or individual. Freedom FM 87.9, your best choice.
Just spread negative things. And yet the other man, SKT, TV, or SK, FM or something, they want to secretary. People connect, passing the vibe, my friend. The day that you will close my radio station, that's a death of the machine. Great on the anti-generation. You will be passing president, there's grace of the republic, and freedom of speech. That's not for right. When I was having this speaker across Parliament, just talk on radio everything. Just spread negative things. And yet the other man, SKT, TV, or SK, FM or something, they want to secretary. People connect, passing the vibe, my friend. The day that you will close my radio station, that's a death of the machine. Great on the anti-generation. You will be passing. Just talk on radio everything. Just spread negative things. And yet the other man, SKT, TV, or SK, FM or something, they want to secretary. People connect, passing the vibe, my friend. The day that you will close my radio station, that's a death of the machine. Great on the anti-generation. You will be passing president, there's grace of the republic, and freedom of speech. That's not for right. When I was having this speaker across Parliament, just talk on radio everything. Just spread negative things. And yet the other man, SKT, TV, or SK, FM or something, they want to secretary. People connect, passing the vibe, my friend. The day that you will close my radio station, that's a death of the machine. Great on the anti-generation. You will be passing president, there's grace of the republic, and freedom of speech. That's not for right. When I was having this speaker across Parliament,
these things could happen behind the scenes. So I supported Joseph Parker, knowing that by 2023 he'll be tired. Okay. Knowing that 2023 he'll be tired, he could have a good heart, everything good, but the brain is going down. You're not holding the end, you're moving down the hill. This is nature. My father, right now, I buy him paper. Every day I gotta buy a paper. There's a man who bought me paper before. Mm-hmm. I'm buying paper now because the time has reached. So I thought the old man could be president in 2017 and run for this. And he himself said, he said, when you win, you run for one term. He himself said it. I agree with him. 2023, no, I disagree. In my mind, he should rest, find somebody to see. So I supported Joseph Parker, knowing that by 2023 he'll be tired. Okay. Knowing that 2023 he'll be tired, he could have a good heart, everything good, but the brain is going down. You're not holding the end, you're moving down the hill. This is nature. My father, right now, I buy him paper. Every day I gotta buy a paper. There's a man who bought me paper before. Mm-hmm. I'm buying paper now because the time has reached. So I thought the old man could be president in 2017 and run for this. And he himself said it. He said, when you win, you run for one term. He himself said it. I agree with him. 2023, no, I disagree. In my mind, he should rest, find somebody else.
Some of us, we have tasted no blood in our life. All our life was on the altar with our grandparents. We pray every day. When I flew home and flew home, we were hoping. The question we would both place our hope on was Jesus Christ, the Son of the Lord, to talk to our Father God. So, Liberians, every time I speak, whether it's the United Nations or the ECOWAS, peace is the order of the day. The man that want to be president, that want to unseat me, you must unseat me in a peaceful way. You don't need to break anything, to shoot anybody, not the body. Those that go, even they are going to vote against us for all the rules, they will be happy when they go to home. They will not be fighting. This is the Labrador that we want to say. It is not about Georgia, it is about our country. Now, the reason they tell you, what I will say to you again, then I can say it, I can family living there, I can friends. I treat my former brothers and sisters just as I treat my friends. Because everyone, they are all family. I don't know brother, see, I got brothers, I got sisters there. They say that every day, but the way I treat you, as an outsider, how I treat them, they get respect, I give them respect. They get love, I give them love. They don't have to, they get hate, we give them love. Amen. And the only for that.
They are feeling bad. Reason being is that they road through the bad road, we get in our facility. Left that interest. They roll in our interest, the bad road, and the only way we can get less on here for the image get on it for ourselves. But now see your face in the road. And when your face in the road, we not be getting something. Then suffering will come to us. And that small suffering will come in on the table. When we walk with it, say, hey, but every day we come, each car give you 250, each truck give you 2,500. Truck passing your car give you 500. The motorbike give you 150. At the end of the day, we can get about 10, 15, 20,000 a day. So I think in our community Thursday now we got good something there that can even say renovate our community pump, to be our town hall, to do some toilet baying and things. But now you're facing a road. How will we be generating money? So the facing on the road, a bad dream to us. Yeah, we're feeling bad. Because after facing the road, what will be benefiting? What will get a job on to do to be getting such a money? It's fair. It's not fair to them, but me, the happiness to me. And to them, it's fair. Because the benefit for myself. Government, they got to destroy the money passing from my house. The benefit for myself. Pay. I want money. So I enjoying it. I want money. You spoiling my house. You spoiling my house. You give me the money, I buy my back where I eat because let me see. I can get where to get because I have to eat. The beginning of working with me, they will eat something so a month and so I can go closer to 25,000 a day. Yeah. When they want to pay, I close my road. You not buy, you buy a common road. You got to see money with this guy. They can see there when they get there in the car, they can say, who will go for? I say myself, I get cooper. They will not say, they'll see the road, you see that good thing. But means that bad thing because left that interest. And why in my interest? Why I choose the bad road because the bad road can give us something. Get money. And now you facing the road. I want eating close. So we're feeling bad. We'll be real sad. We're trying to tell the president that the road are you facing. You feel that you're doing good thing for the southeastern. But we don't live.
For the issue about Mr. Peter Dog, we got no idea on Mr. Peter Dog. It is proven and it is reality in the community. When you go there, people tell you that we have been eating dog.
Why you people kill his dog?
It is false. In fact, when we went to the police station, we had a conflicting statement.
And who had the conflicting statement?
The both of us, the complainant and that of the people that were accused.
On ground that you people eat his dog?
When we went to the police station, we were marginalized. We were brought to the court with our statement, written statement.
So then listen to the statement you provide to the police.
The statement for me, we provided to the police. We told them that it is true that we ate dog yesterday.
If I hit dog, you people ate?
It was not hit dog.
So which one of the dog you people ate?
The dog we ate, we bought the dog from West Point from one of our friends. And in fact, the dog that we ate, it was a dog that was killed in the net town and the guy roasted the dog.
You put two police investigators that you put bought the dog from West Point. And then when you put were told, let go West Point, you put couldn't identify the person you put bought the dog from.
We went to West Point. In fact, before going to West Point, we went to his Whitney Hall and the person was not provided. So what we did, we went to West Point. When we went to West Point,
the person who claimed that you put brought dogs then to cook?
For sure, the person was not provided. It was later on the person came. When we went to West Point, the guy that we bought the dog from, we could not find him. Probably he going to a normal business. He's a human being.
You're claiming that this is not the first time you put killing his dog.
That's a false allegation. If at all we go to the law and he proves all guilty, we were waiting to be facing justice. But if we go to the law and we are not found guilty, we'll sue a lawsuit against him. Yes.
Even though you put a dog, but it was not his dog.
For sure, we know Mr. Peter's dog.
But then why you think he leveled any allegation against you people?
The reason for we the man is leveling allegation against us. Yesterday when we went to his house, because his brother in question, okay, David, that brought us here, have $50 for me.
And you refuse to pay the money.
He refused to pay the money for me.
So based on that, he claimed that you put the one at his door.
So when the police and myself went to the house yesterday for him to promissory note that he will pay my money next month. After we left on there, he was claiming that the time we left on there, it was the time his dog got missing. So that is when we left on there, we left along with the 2 police officers. So we are not the only one that will be accused. Then that is the 2 police officers who were accused that we all carried the dog along.
You are already admitted that you people can eat dog. Why are you people always eating domestic animals?
For me, I eat dog because from my tribal background, we don't have any law, and dog is for meat. When you
tribal background,
I'm a good man.
You grow people eat dog.
Grow people, I can't tell you that grow people eat dog, but human being eat dog. What a pet man give me man. I don't have a law of eating dog, so it left with me to create my own laws. I can't eat dog, but I'm a human being. I choose to eat dog.
So your law is to eat dog.
I don't have law on eating animals. I eat all animals. One, it is eating by human being. I can eat it.
So you can eat snake too.
Even snake, I can eat snake.
You can eat cat.
I can eat cat.
You can eat rat.
I can eat rat.
But you eat dog.
I eat dog.
You did not eat his dog.
I did not eat Mr. Peter's dog. Neither any of my friends ate Mr. Peter's dog.
And you are confident that you can prove yourself innocent in court.
For sure. Yeah, off.
So you don't eat no other animal besides dog.
Eat all animals that eatable by human being, as I said to you, except when I choose not to eat it.
And you don't have no regret in eating dog.
For sure.
You get bring her to go see to the maintenance too.
Oh, so the man wanted for you to go steal from the web post.
Yeah. He said I'm joining to go see to the web maintenance too. They get money into the store, they will go take it from there. I said, Mama, how many bars for the same lecture?
And how can the police catch you now?
The police people, before the man call me back, that was on the 18th, they more.
The same man now?
Yeah, the same man.
The same man who want for you to go steal?
Yeah, he called me on the 18th.
Yeah.
Now was in there, around about 8:30, the man called me. He said, oh, my man, I'll let you be there and call you back again.
So that time you go to work?
I go to work.
You live for a working place, you come to the man?
Yeah, I'm from to my working area to Clarence to now go to the man.
To go steal now?
No, I'm not go steal. I go to yeah. How you question me, man? The thing you want for me to explain for you to understand, then you still questioning me, doubling the question. How made it talk clear now?
Okay, let's go now. I beg you, sorry.
I say
when I call you in the night,
when the man call me in the night, he asked me, say, how many of you are working to the area? I say we are 3.
You told the message you're 3.
Yeah. So he said, I want to give you tea to carry to
the message. You want to give you what tea?
Tea. Have milk tea.
Oh, milk tea.
Yeah.
For you to drink
with bread.
The bread.
3 pieces of full bread.
With egg inside.
With egg inside my butter. So when I carry it to the man, say carry it to the man. When you give it to the man, then you must come back to the car.
So the food man give you now, you carry that so you can go convince your friend now.
Yeah. When I give it to the man, the man say thank you. I say okay. The man say, oh, where you going now? I say, oh, I'm going right car. So one of my friends called me.
Yeah, the same man you going to now.
Yeah, the same man.
The man tell you say he want for you to go steal.
No, yeah. So when I go to the man, he say clean the car. Then they are 2 now.
In the Jeep.
In a Jeep. Then they are 2.
A big Jeep.
Yeah. Black BG, photo G. Yeah. So when I clean the car now,
air condition all inside.
No, Papi, you can't wait for me to spin now. I'll leave the water now. You can judge people.
I'm just asking you a question, sorry.
You can judge people like you come here.
No, I'm a journalist. I beg you, sorry.
The way you talk in the question, can I say when I move from here, I'll free? Did I say when I move from here, I'll free? If you say I want to again, I wanted to mean it.
We now go over to Robert here of the Unity Party.
Yeah, everything I do, we must first tell the thing to the people.
That's what I'm saying.
We've been doing that. We got people clean the champagne in our various communities. No, in social science, said, go to people and ask them what they name. And so you posing them to say, I name this. But if you don't ask your people, then what do you carry to them? So before I ask them what they name and what they name, that we take them to them.
Your 3 major priorities.
Right now, if you look at I'm a teacher in profession.
You teacher?
Yeah, I'm a teacher. Okay. The second thing is that we want the boroughs autonomous.
The borough is what?
It's autonomous. Yeah, it's autonomous.
Go ahead.
And we look at some of the things we want to consider because we talk about autonomous, that means you have a lot of facility, a lot of things that you should do in the borough. And if you are autonomous and you have other things to do, And if you look at the good time, many young people are graduated from college in the district. Right now, the first thing we embarked was to have a reconciliation regional meeting all of the communities.
So Tia, at what level were you teaching? Was it elementary, junior high, or senior high?
We're taking elementary divisions.
Oh,
Elementary division. And we're credible. We are more accessible. And we're development oriented. So hello. Robert B. Tier. Robert B. Tier is a Liberian. After our graduation from the elementary school, we keep the Murray to attend the junior high school, the junior high school, and from there we went to Central High and we graduated 1998. I'm a teacher in professions. Robert here is one of the daughter's son. Robert here is one of the credible sons. Robert here is deserved to be a servant in the district. Robert here is a public servant. I always work at the Liberian National Security Agency.
Robert Tier of the Unity Party. We will say thank you, Mr. Tier.
You get bring her to go see to the main store.
Oh, so the man wanted for you to go steal from the web post store.
Yeah, he said I'm joining to go see to the web main store to they get money to the store there. Go take it from there. I said, "Mama, how many bars for the same lecture?"
Then how can the police catch you now?
The police people. Before the man called me back, now on the 18th, they more.
The same man now.
Yeah, the same man.
The same man who want for you to go steal.
Yeah, he called me on the 18th.
Yeah.
Now in a around about 8:30, the man called me. He said, "Oh, my man, I'll let you be there and call you back again."
So that time you go to work?
I go to work.
You leave from your working place, you come to the man.
Yeah, I'm from to my working area to Clarence to now go to the man.
To go steal now?
No, I'm not go steal. I go to yeah. How you question me? The thing you want for me to explain for you to understand, then you still questioning me, doubling the question. How many talk clear now?
Okay, let's go now. I beg you, sorry.
I say,
when they call you in the net now.
When the man call me in the net, he asked me, say, how many of you are working to the area? I say, we are 3.
You told the message you're 3.
Yeah. So he said, I want to give you tea to carry to
the message. You want to give you what?
Tea. Have milk tea.
Oh, milk tea.
Yeah.
For you to drink
with bread.
The bread.
3 pieces of fruit bread.
With egg inside.
With egg inside my butter. So when I carry it to the man, say carry it to the man. When you give it to the man, then you must come back to the car.
So the food man give you now, you carry that so you can go convince your friend now.
Yeah. When I give it to the man, the man say thank you. I say okay. The man say, oh, where you going now? I say, oh, I'm going right car. So one of my friends called me.
Yeah, the same man you going to now.
Yeah, the same man.
The man tell you say he want for you to go steal.
No, yeah. So when I go to the man, he say clean the car. Then they are 2 now.
In a jeep.
Then they are 2.
A big jeep.
Yeah.
That one.
Black BG, 4G. Yeah. So when I clean the car now,
air condition all inside.
No, Papa, you can't wait for me to spin now. I'll leave the water now. You can judge people.
I just asking you a question, sorry.
You can judge people like you can't hear.
No, I'm a journalist. I beg you, sorry.
The way you talk in the question, you say when I move from here, I'll free. You say when I move from here, I'll free. You say one talk again. I wanted to mean it. Talk.
You wherever you are, it's great joining us tonight right here on this very diet, and so we are grateful to the Almighty God that we are beaming with life and that of good health on this very diet, and so we are ever grateful. The weekend has not been too good for me. Yeah, I lay fever and suffering a bit of a fever blizzard. And, I don't know, but again, that's the job. I never wanted to see myself lying down in bed until this moment because I needed to be up and running. And everyone else, the only people who can deny their sickness that they're not sick in this country, the only person who can deny that in this country is Joseph Wagai and his team. Where everyone else can get sick. And that's why we are saying that when you're sick, just say it. It doesn't matter whatever it is. But it's left with you to say it, not for us to say it. But again, when you force us, especially in the capacity in which person like him holds an office, he has to speak to us. And if he doesn't want to, then it's of concern, because if anything happens to him, it happens to us. We need his capacity to deliver on what he said that he will be able to do. But again, I want to say we are grateful to the Almighty God. And my name is Liberian Godson. We're right here with you tonight on this very diet, and we are grateful to the Almighty God that we are here again to do what we normally would do for country. Fearlessly, with no fear nor favor. This is where we are. And so welcome to the program Face the Issues. On the program Face the Issues, we don't discuss personalities, nope, but issues involving personalities. But when personalities do their thing in front of those issues, we don't in any way hesitate, but rather we tear you apart. And normally and usually because of the pain that we attend tearing you apart, we just tell you sorry. That sorry does not in any way means that we regret our actions. And so we are here. We have until January 22, the CDC-led government is still in charge. And so we are right here to lead the smooth transition from where we are to the next level. It's from me to you, from UP to CDC, from CDC back to UP. So it's from me to you. You know that from me to you formation had always worked in the American democracy. 2 parties or so forth here and there, but that could end anytime soon. So you see that, and it's either from the Democrat to the Republican, from the Republican back to the Democrats, and just like that, blah, blah, blah. That's how it's going to work. But again, we haven't really demonstrated that our politics has come to that level. But there are signs that it has reached to that level. 2 dominant political institutions. It is not like that because our politics is still individual driven and not institution driven. That's the problem with it. Because if it is institution driven, what happens is that those individuals, despite their prowess, they believe that they can only make it were they to join either of the 2 political institutions that are most vibrant. So that's how it will be, because people gravitate towards these political parties. The arguments and the debates are always be about these 2 political parties, especially in the United States of America. You hear about the Democrats and the Republicans. So even if you are a very strong force, and the fact that you are not with any of these 2, it could really make your own strength or your own ability or your own numbers or your popularities to dwindle. Meaning, where, let's say, for instance, Trump is the guy, right? He went through the Republican primaries and did not win. And for the fact that he had left from the Republican and said, okay, I'll go as independent, I'll go as this, it will have a significant negative impact on his presidential. So Biden could do the same or so forth here and there. But again, we read here and we think for sure we can speak to the issues. And we think for sure we can speak to these issues. And we are here. So we haven't, because our own politics in this country is still centered around individual. It depends on who's the individual and where this individual is going. But currently, as we speak, and the faces in our body politics for this country now, it had been Joseph Yuma Boakai and that of George Weah. Now, Joseph Yuma Boakai is there now. George Weah stays in the opposition and is now going to the opposition. It's going to be the tall order. To have George Weah to be defaced all by himself is going to be the difficult and tall order. Even the very politicians, some of them who were playing games and thought that they were doing what they can, but were still anticipating for the political future in 2029, they have dropped everything and think that they can't just make it, owing to the election result that they saw. Some of them, they thought that they could play games, and those games were benefited them. If the Unity Party had won massively, it would have given hope to other emerging or maybe people who had intention to contest. They will say, oh yeah, at least there's chance there. Because look at how Unity Party beat these people flat like this. If Unity Party had defeated the CDC and by maybe 65, 35, 65, 35, like the CDC did to Unity Party, it would have made Weah to just retire, because it would have been a political retirement for Weah in our body politics. But for Weah to be the first ever incumbent leadership to have given tough movement to an opposition, it speaks to the political climate that if you ever dream of coming in 2029, you better start talking to Weah now. Even if Weah by himself just sits by himself and say, Weah is not somebody that you can just take off now. No. But virtue of the fact. Because if we can flog Joseph Boakai 65-35, and Boakai still made a significant inroad in 6 years. One more about we are. Who was not defeated, just a percent. Then it tells you that we has a stronger grip on the political landscape, but far better than Joseph Boakai was when he was defeated. These are things. So the people who are playing their games, you just go send them back. Because what you have done to yourself now is, you got to pray. Maybe we are decides, maybe 2 to 3 months or whatever it is. You say, no, I want to do political business again. And the very people who are in politics, our mothers, our fathers, they are not involving into politics because of a person like you. No, that's one thing you should know. That's what I said. Our politics is yet individualized. There are people in politics or even join the Unity Party. Someone said that it's not for Boakai business, we are there. It's not for Kun, it's not for Prince Johnson or whatever. No. So when our face leaves, which sort of face? Because we are not institutionalized political partisan business. That's not what we go into here. So people are into this thing because of we are. To the extent that they get a group of people, they call them we are shens. They call them we are shens. Because there are people who just got involved into this thing because of we are, not because of the CDC as CDC. No. Just because of we are. People fainted and died, not because CDC lost. No, it's because we are lost. Look, you don't even know. You know, sometimes some of these things, you must study them, know them, then you know where to put yourself so that you just get to study. But thank God, the guys have recognized themselves and they are very much clever enough and they understood everything by themselves. And they know now where we are getting. That we are is just that face currently as we speak, and he's going to continue to be that face for now. Nothing can change about it. The man who was really defaced from the whole thing is Kumis. I don't know. There's nothing actually he can ever come up to say again. I think he should be contemplating political retirement or coming into a coalition with what we are and maybe try to rebrand himself. But he has to use somebody to rebrand himself. He has to use an institution, not using himself to rebrand himself. No, that is not what it is. He has to use somebody to rebrand himself. That's just what it is. For me, you know, people in this country, they sit down, they just talk. Sometimes you got to read between the lines. So we always say that to people and people don't understand it. So you see that? That's exactly the point. And for some of us to make the politics to be where it is now, yes, you gave us credit. We are now drawing the table of our body politics to 2 major political parties because of the kind of work we have done over the period. So with the kind of work that we have done now, I should allow myself to be bought to go support Unity Party. Then kill that entire political competition that we have built over the period. It's important for our democracy. It's healthy. And for any reason that you compromise, that's why you see the Republicans, the thing that made their democracy strong, the people can be Republican and they are Republican. You're not seeing them just flip-flopping, the other person get ready. Or you just see it as a, though I know there are some who could change or whatever it is, but they could still maintain their political identity and they still move on. Most of the places that you could see them flip and it's on national issues, especially at the national legislature, they don't, you know, the bipartisan arrangement or 2-party arrangement on issues of national concern. It can happen, but it still holds strong the views, the beliefs, the doctrines of either the Democrats or the Republicans. So you see that? Now we are building that. And we have tried to help you all to understand that if we have not come up to be the kind of people we are today, you people wouldn't have benefited from this. That's why we say the start of journalism that people like us we have brought now is making our country stronger. We don't care about people's praises. We don't care about how they think. We think we are making a great success because kids are discussing their future because their future is determined by politics. Some of them are going on to their parents and saying, look, daddy, I want for you to please support this person, because there are reasons they will be able to give to their parents. I have seen parents and their children sit in places, or during the course of this election that just ended, they sat in places and they had these conversations and say, why are you doing this? The child will tell you a reason. That is the kind of politics we're talking about. Now when people were going to election, blah, 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 everyone else who went to election, they went to election with a reason. At least for once, for the first time in our country history, coupled with the kind of education we have provided, the kind of way we have made politics to be in this country, where the old, the young, the children who have got to have no say in the politics by virtue of their age, they have got to be participating in certain form and way and manner. It should be a credit to us. If we have sat down, journalists, that you people think that you wouldn't have gotten it, but now at least they are getting there. Because everyone went to the election. If you check now, people say, yeah, people told them that their salaries will go up, that this thing will happen, the streets will be paved, this, that. People voted on those lines. Do they not expect that those things happen? No. They expect that they happen because those were the lines that were on. Now, the CDC was on the ground. People who believe in the CDC, they took on the CDC's belief and they believe in that. They voted on purpose. Our politics is now purpose-driven. Because those are the issues. And we think it can be driven through these people that we have or believe in. So we think that we are getting there. And all credit goes to the great men who are really doing well in this country. Our politics is now tense. You ever saw election result? They say people fainted before. You ever saw routine before? And are we the one did it? And are we brought the people? We made them to develop interest in politics. The civic education that was needed in classrooms during those periods that our teachers are supposed to be teaching in the classrooms, they are not teaching people at that. We are the ones that are sitting on the radio with our narratives and are teaching our parents who never had the opportunities to have gone through these civic educations. We are providing those civic education, and it's what they are now taking to election. That's what they are taking to election. Look at what's happening with our election now. People are here, even up to today. And I want to say some of us, yeah, partly we could say, okay, we take some of the blame because we have made people to develop interest in politics. Politics is not bad, it's your future. So do you know the way you guy will say that? You say, oh, there's that, yeah, no, it doesn't work. We are responsible for that. Our era will pass. And tomorrow you will get to accredit us and say, look, these guys, they should be accredited. They should be acknowledged for their effort they exerted in bringing our democracy at this level. As to what the West doing, or whatever, today we are brave enough to critique international policies meted against officials in government. We don't care about how they feel. During those days where people were scared, said, let me mind my own business. That kind of mind my own business. That own business, there's nothing about own business when it comes to politics. Because when you mind your own business in politics, it tends to stay haunt you. I don't care what you do. There's no own business in politics. Close your mouth. Don't do they want. I will not tell they want. No. We'll talk everything because whatever you do, it has an effect on me. So there's nothing about own business in politics. Mind your own business. You better go mind your own business. What's that? If the outcome of politics will have a bearing on me, right? Is there any ownership of it? No. It has to be with national interest. And that's what we fight for. So we are certainly getting there. And we don't have time for people how they feel about it. Even if we'll go hungry in this country, we'll go hungry. We don't care. We'll continue to stand by our beliefs. People like Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego there, they say, okay, yeah, you like it, you want to change anything about us? In the Bible, they said, oh, you don't read the Bible too. Some of you don't read it now, right? You see what? Now, when they took the children of Israel, when they took those children, those God's-given children, those good sound children, when they took them and carried them to Babylon, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, right? They have fun names. The people changed their names. They said, no problem. We don't get problem with names. They tell us, say, I can't go to school. They said, no problem. You can take our education. No problem. We'll go to your school. They went to school. They were the brightest. They changed their names. That Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, that's also God's name there. They had their original names. That Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, the one when you call yourself Shadrach, you must know that are gods. That means are gods. That they are Babylon God. That's why they put that the name there. Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. That name then, and name then, you for your children because that's also God's name then there. Not real God. I say gods. That evil gods that they named then they put on the children. They say, we'll take it. They took it. They know I had issue. They know I had issue with the education. We'll go to your school, no problem. Until the children learned, until they were better off and they promoted them. But you know what they said no to? From the time now they came and said, oh, the minute they accept everything in this place, we are doing it. Look, what would not be able to catch them on is this issue of the belief. They tried and see whether they will be able to accept it. So they went. The evil forces, then they went to Nebuchadnezzar. So he said, look, chief, just tell these people and decree that when I sound XYZ, blah, 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 everyone should bow before the golden. They want to carve something golden image. They say everyone must bow before the man and say, you know what? You gave us your education. We not get problem. You changed our names. We not get problem. We're living with you here. Your food, we try. We ate it. No problem. Then you say now our God, our belief, that the last thing any man can give away, your belief. I can compromise on some things, but I can't compromise on my belief. Never, ever. We can be friends, we do things, or whatever it is. The guy said, look, your bro, yeah, you change our name, then we don't get problem with you. Your tour say, we'll go to your school, then no problem. Y'all want your what to call, but you know why y'all didn't do, or what is y'all will not do, is to make sure that we change our belief. To say more bad down to you're better, go find a place to go. Until they told him, say, look, the fire that you, in fact, they taught him. They said, king, and you call yourself king. Let me tell you now. Let me tell you now. Because maybe you think when you put it all in the fire or whatever it is, we'll get scared and we'll say, oh yeah, sorry. We're ready to bow down. He said, let me tell you now. You're going to read the Bible. That thing you're talking about, my own thing. They told the king, they told him, say, the king will never bow down to your golden image. Even if you put us in the fire, our God will come and save us. Then they didn't stop there. They said, even if our God does not come to save us, will never ever bow down. You see the era they resolve now? They say, if you put us in the fire, our God will come and save us. Okay, let's agree that our God didn't even come. Our God will not even come to save us. We will never stay back. That's like you are resolved to just die. It doesn't matter whether anything happens. That the place some people have reached in this country. So you think Abraham, when I told you, say God prepare people like us for this moment. I was sitting when I was telling you, say, even if we are winning, I will not want government job. And I used to be talking there as though there would have been a moment where I would have seen a government emerge that I would not have the opportunity to even do government job. I prepare myself ever since by that statement. I said, even if we are to win, I don't want government job. No. I will sit doing what I love doing. You see some of you're here and you're doing that. But you know what? We are getting there. And we always tell you, you know, you don't understand some of these things that happen in this country. God is preparing this country. And we don't have time. A lot of things are unfolding as well. And I wanted to speak on my own stuff. Mary Kawa, yeah. But she will go back because according to the ruling I read before me here, there was some issue like ballot stuffing that went on. Though there was an exception to this, I want to check it up to see whether the exception from the hearing officer was taken to the Board of Commissioners and the final determination that have been made for the recount or so forth, because they got to perfect the appeal. Because when you take an exception, then you do SYZ, right? So I want to do that. And temporary with election materials, ballot papers, election fraud, and election irregularities. And that was the action that was taken before the hearing office concerning district number 2 in Grand Bassa County. And so the final ruling in this, after they check all in it and SYZ, they talk about that. They say, wherefore the review of the foregoing facts and circumstances as stated supra, the hearing office for transparency and equity, and hereby order the recount in prison number 09074 and 09075. That one is Palawa Hot and Daniel Town Palawa Hot. Okay, those are the areas respectively. And order a rerun. So the reruns will be done in 09068 in 123, which contained the civil compound. Wow, that is one error. Okay, that's good. Oh, that's great. And of course, administrative building and precinct number 09069, and talk about number 1, which contained a peloton per hour hot and deny all other requests. Okay, so I will try to check. I'll try checking with the NEC. There are a couple of information that we are getting on the candidate in Mr. J. Clarence T. Banks. We are understanding that he himself did not register to have participated in this election as well. Those are some of the technical issues that are coming up, and we are trying to look at it. But I want to see what are the exceptions that is noted here on this paper, equated to an appeal that was taken to the Board of Commissioners, because this came from the hearing office. All right, and I think so. Yeah, the hearing officer. Okay, so that's why it is. All right, so we try to hearing officer. Okay, they say Attorney Vincent B. Smith. Okay, so I will try to check on this subsequently and then see. But there were some counts in some area. We'll deal with that. Now, let me just announce to you that we were gratified, that things are happening. Over the weekend, we were able to see images of Joseph Yuman Boakai, the president-elect of the Republic of Liberia, who left this country on the 1st, and today is the 12th. Yesterday was the 11th, and it was 10 days of absence from the day he vanished from this face of the Liberian soil, went to America. It was about 10 days he was incommunicado, meaning we couldn't hear from him. We couldn't see him. Just fake pictures they were giving. Some of them were putting, I don't know what kind of time, something they go putting in from or whatever. It is so fake pictures they were bringing up. And because they want to restore confidence, they organized a program in Rhode Island where he was. Now, out of that restoration of confidence, a lot of controversial pictures too emerged from there. Out of protective or so forth, and there are all kinds of things happening down there. But for me, I'm just happy that he's still alive and they say he's kicking. Though I knew ever since that baby left hander correct, that minor stroke that he suffered from ERWA, it haunted him. If you check on that paper as well, what I understood from medical doctors who are close to him, he has hearing impediments, meaning his right ear get a little problem. He can't hear good. So when you see, sometimes he want to bend over here and there, so people got to use hearing aids maybe to help him. But he's now president-elect now, so any other thing can be of great something to him. But those are the conditions of that omen. So owing to the fact that he stayed all those periods, and then we're not hearing from him, raising concerns about his health issue, I think it has necessitated the action of the legislature as mandated or as called for in the Liberian Constitution, Article 63C of the Liberian Constitution. I think I have something on it here. Let me just try to share with you. And let me see, Article 63C. Okay, yeah, Article 63C of the Liberian Constitution. It says here, it speaks to the issue of incapacitation of the president of the Republic of Liberia and so forth, yeah, and whether in health issues. So it says, Article 63C says, the legislature shall no later than 1 year after the coming into force of this constitution prescribe guidelines and determine the procedure on which the president, by reason of illness, shall be declared incapable of carrying out the function of his office. That's one document that currently should be drafted, not only for Joseph Boakai, but it could be drafted for future reference, just in case, because there is a fresh case that we have now about somebody sickness becoming an issue. We're talking about it. There's no clean bill of health that anybody is sending, and we're seeing all of these things happening here and there. And so I think it's important, Article 33 or 63C, the lawmakers can start looking at that. You know, the country, our opponent can take some things for granted. And that's the problem with them. They can take some things for granted. They can yet think that, you think when you pass the lawyer, now, you pass in it for no. It's just lying down there. The rules are there. Because the Constitution says just 1 year after the passage of this Constitution, when was it called? 1986. Since that time up to now, you never passed that. I have tried to check with the legislative research officers that know. They said none of it is there. I don't know if anybody has in it, but they said that's not to their recollection. No, they don't have that. So it needs to be there so that we'll know the procedure by which we can determine what somebody says, so that we'll not sit down on the radio and be, oh, the man say, the man can't make it, man. The man can't make it. That thing you hearing from that brempo, the man can't make it. The man will not be able to make it. Why can't our lawmakers start thinking about a way that they can come up with something that when we sit down on the radio, will tell people, say, for the man to not be able to make it, this is what constitutes the man cannot make it. Instead of all just sitting there and talking. The Constitution told you people to do that. Come up with guidelines, rules, governing that and telling that, oh, the man can make it on XYZ conditions. Because it couldn't be under him, maybe tomorrow any other president could be affected by sin. So that we don't just sit down and say, oh, the man sick, he can make it, he can make it. No. You can't do that. Our lawmakers need to take siege of this matter. Now that they are going, and they will soon be seated, that could be an issue that could not be just personal. Maybe for one party. Everybody got to get interest in this because it put us on our country. We didn't ever envisage that we have had an 85-year-old man becoming president in this country. It has already happened now. And you know, people falling in the range, then they are suffering with complications. They can suffer from serious complications. Did you ever dream that indeed 85-year-old president will become president in this country? That was not what anyone thinking. So now we are seeing it happening now. It's possible that 90-year-old man can become president now. Now, when 90-year-old man becomes president, what will happen? You know, sicknesses can accompany these people, especially when you're getting old. That's when all of the cells, the nerve system getting weak. You can't fight certain sicknesses that you used to fight. You can't fight it now. This is it. So age has its own level of things that people go with. So it's something that will get all of us. Now, when it gets there, you get a lot of complications that you have to suffer because you may have suffered there long, but due to age now, you can't fight it anymore. How do you go about it? Did we ever think about that? And since the Constitution knew exactly, the framers of the Constitution knew that there is no age limit as to when who becomes president, they put that one there so that you can know and put it there. Now, we used to overlook it. We didn't care about it. It's now time that we try to prioritize that, which is very much important for us. So the people themselves have announced another itinerary again for the vice president or the president-elect. They say you will be meeting with series of people, right? We get our itinerary again. So we'll be checking on it. I don't know whether that covert meeting at this time, but they have said that you will be meeting with series of people. Now, I don't want to highlight who then you will be meeting with. They say you will be meeting with people in America. Granted. So today, somebody woke up and told me, and then said that, oh, because the thing happening, that means the American people or the international community, they let work out this, that. Let me tell you something. That total nonsense was coming from your mouth so today. When we are becoming president, all the human beings they need me, all the officers they need me, we are met with all of them. You know the difference that we have made? In fact, the chief lobbyist for Unity Party, one lady they call lobbyist skins, yeah, something like that. That lady, Adam Weil, whoever Weil, all of them, the crooks that you see here, so they come to just plunder out our resources. They're thinking that Liberia, that just somewhere where people can just take money because they're scared of American men. They will just take money and borrow it up to you. You carry it, then they are take that money and carry the other. They are sound people. This bunch of people who think that. Do you know the difference that we are made? We are decided to say, look, we can be in business as usual. right? So we take money, put it in one American woman or American man pocket, 180 million or maybe 2 million, and say, go be talking. We're supposed to be begging America for America to pay attention to us. It's just like you giving somebody money. This is my problem with America. Now, let me tell you bluntly that this is my problem with America. It's like you telling me that for my father to look towards me, I must pay my father so that he will get attention towards me. Or for my father to not discipline me. For my father to not discipline me, I must pay money to somebody so that the wrong thing that I'm doing in my father era, my father interested era, the wrong thing that I'm doing there. That's why the whole lobbying thing is for. Our millions should go to America. They should go there to go beg them, the people who born us. We're supposed to be begging them to come. Begging them for attention. Should we pay? Can anybody pay their parents to chastise them? Can anybody pay? No. To tell you now that there's a fake motive behind the whole thing there. Let me tell you something. Me, I don't get time for how anybody feels. So I can be telling you all of the time. Look, we got one life to live. Others have come and gone. And we too are inland next. Whether you like it either today or tomorrow, you will still die. I don't care what you do. I don't care about that. Can anybody pay anybody to discipline their own child? Should people be paying America, say, post sanction on the other person when you know that you sound enough and you clear mind pressing and you love this country and you know why they should pay you for you to post sanction on people? To tell you that it's not sound. If you are paying somebody who's supposed to be disciplining his or own child and telling them, say, I will pay you for you to discipline your child. What a logic inside. Because you know that that child does not worth the discipline that you carry. So you pay the person to close, to hurt. So all that meeting, I say, let me tell you something. The Millennium Challenge Corporation area that you see Joseph Boakai say they're going to meet with a lady here. Let me tell you what they wanted. So the MCC, something that will even pass, that Joseph Boakai then be like, if they really play with it better, they will be able to benefit from. Do you know when they bring that money, they determine where they want to put it? You think you're going to determine where you want to put it? They will determine where they want to put it. The last edition was that they said they have money on the issue of roads, that where they have problem with WIA, the MCC. That's what they have problem. That compact that was here, that Ellen left here, that WIA inherited. Thank God WIA is leaving and he has created an opportunity so that they will get that compact back. Because when WIA came in office, the American policy at the time on which Ellen signed is that we'll deal with the hard road, we'll deal with roads. But the roads we are going to deal with, we're not going to build new roads. We're going to maintain the old roads. We don't want new roads. We'll maintain the old road. So that money that we're bringing is just to maintain the old roads. That was the agreement. But when we came and when we looked at the road fund, we decided to say no. The road fund here, instead of all passing road, no, we don't need. We need to build new roads. It was out of that we decided to say, look, to build these new roads, we don't need to have a road going to Ellen Farm. We need to have a road going from the Roberts International Airport straight so we can do business with East International. East International created by the Unity Party, and like the fact that East International, look at how fast they are running with that road. People who are saying, oh, thank God it is happening under the Unity Party, because Unity Party was the one that approved East International. But because of politics, Delon and them were playing all kinds of politics with East International. Oh, they put on know about road business. They go on that road now today. The people who are playing politics with that road, see how East International is running with that road today. See how they're running with it. See how clean that road is. That is what it is. Look, when we are saying, look, we don't need to do this now. Thank God That I like the fact that Ambassador Joseph Yuman Bwaka said you will prioritize more roads. Now we don't have any hurdles as to implementation and capacity of engineers to deliver on those roads, because East International has demonstrated that they are able to execute on that road. And I want to thank them for that. So it is also possible that the 90 days that Ambassador Bwaka talked about, the president-elect talked about the 100 days, roads, East International is able to do that, because I think they have several other machines and so forth in country now that they are able to deal with that. So I'm not doubting. Look, the day Joseph Bwaka and his group does well, I will talk it. But these people, the white people there, they will be the problem. They are always the problem, and they will continue to be the problem, because we have decided to say, look, we'll take the road thing there. Yeah, we'll pass road. Passing road now issue. We need new roads. Let us sit there, get some, Now that all that in their business make it, they took away their son, they say they close it, or they go, they pack, they go by their business. So what? Do you know how many meetings? Do you know how many what? In fact, do you know? Oh God! In fact, American presidents came under the Unity Party government. Condoleezza Rice came under the Unity Party government. Congressional men, women, children, all of them, they came under the Unity Party government. For 12 years, what did we get? We are not discussing meetings here. We are discussing impact that a meeting will be. So all will get ready every time we can, and we sit down here, we get ready. Somebody can say, oh, we can have meeting, we can have meeting. Even president, we can't have meeting with me, can't meeting with, he not give me anything. President, next time you come into meeting, I will not go there, because I'm not getting anything from that meeting. So all these things we are saying, people may not understand it, but I will share with you something about what truly it is. Some of you sit there, you talk and so oh, this, that, yeah. But the April will, and I will call my name all of the time, anytime, every day. I saying it, I will talk. Okay, I don't have time. I don't want to know. No. Okay, good. So let me share this on the side here with my bar, and okay, I'm about to share with you people something, and y'all will see it just now. You're getting all the thing we'll be talking about. When we want to say it, me not get time for anybody. I don't know why you're gonna be hitting your head behind me, say for you're gonna be talking what kind of thing. You're getting I get time for that thing. You can see. There is something on Amara and Ellie. Okay, right? So they sit down whole day, American people. Or this, that. They have a meeting with American people. You know how many times they have meeting with American people in this country? Huh? Let me tell you something. The word is great. And I don't intend to go into diplomatic politics, something that came forth and later today. Thank you, brother, for the share. I appreciate that. But let me share with you something. These people wake up. The most corrupt government was the Unity Party. The result of the election demonstrated that the people were tired with corruption. In 2017. But that was the government that was hailed by the very Americans over the period. Because what? Lobbyists are working. One lady can put millions in her purse. She passes around, open her laptop, and then doing all kinds of things all over the place. Then she gets ready. They must say, oh yeah, we can't make the political thing Liberia, correct country. You think a correct country thing? You can't make Liberia. Look, Liberian eyes are now open. Thank God we has opened our eyes. We have managed to raise our own resources without all mail in this country, without the NGOs in this country. We have managed to raise our own resources to fund our own budget and pay our own salaries and pay our securities. Unlike during those periods where security, budget, and things were coming from internet. No, it's not like that. Our eyes are now open. There are a lot that we can do now. So that thing that broke out on the passing around way, is the thing that will come trick us in this country, they lie. Thank God the vote margin can tell that they are not in charge. We, the majority, we are in charge of this country. And we are about to tell you that we will utilize the number to the best of our ability. United Party, you just go and find place to say that. Thank God you're angry. We will use this number to the best of our ability, and no international pressure can be mounted. All the statement that you did not release under the Unity Party, we dare any international body to come release statement when the citizens are ready to take their action under the Unity Party government. That the time you will know whether that you people own this country or we don't own this country. And you're saying that people were insulting, you were not releasing statement. People were doing all kinds of things. You never release statement. Nothing like that. In fact, your silence meant to endorse most of these terrible things that were happening. Yeah, nobody had a problem with it. Now we are in the Unity Party era. That the time now you're coming to come do what? Say what? Release statement on what? You know, one thing I enjoyed when Costa was on a second wave of protests, I think at the December 6th, the US embassy people release statements say Costa must go to ATS with Sonny Costa say, I dare you any day that our country days, I can't and will not carry my protest to ATS. I will carry my protest to where I will make the necessary impact. And Costa held his protest right there. That one part I supported you on that one. I said no, but this one you cannot restrict the man to where the protest will not make any significant impact. You go tell the man go make a protest to stadium. What kind of impact it will make? The man said no. I'm not carrying my protest to stadium. I will do my protest where I want to do it for you to make this. Costa did that. It was his right. You can't restrict people where to go kill people there or go on this side, go to the one, you know, and no, it doesn't work like that. It doesn't. It will never ever work like that because you know why? We know where to go and do what we're supposed to do to create a necessary impact. Any kind of way we think that we can call our government attention that will create an impact that the place will go. We are here. And Prince Joseph Walker was even brave. Say, will not encourage lawlessness in Liberia. That Joseph Walker sitting in America and talking about you now encourage lawlessness in Liberia. You know, I just listen to him and look at that old man and say, you know what? If you ride on the tiger's back, you will end in the belly of the tiger. I'm not going to be the one to insult you. No, I haven't ever insulted. And all your insulting you were doing, I never had any time for it. But when they put ready to curse you, that means will stop it. The only thing I will not do, I will not give them a platform for them to curse you. But they will curse you outside there. That means what they call the way they cursing you are doing outside there. That was man, what they call I told them say nobody more can curse on the show here. So if you encourage lawlessness and you ride on the tiger's back, tiger lawlessness back, and you came to power, you don't want to end up in the belly of that tiger. That thing that Prince Johnson and talking about with their rebel tune, my papa are listening to him in the church, can't talk about the movement General will shut down radio station. Senator Johnson, I know that rebel thing you wanted to bring already, but it is suspended. Now, it is not going to be on a Ria's watch that you're going to do that rebel thing. It is going to be on a Baka's watch that you're going to be rebels. The what we are smartly did, which of course is smart enough, is that these international evildoers, they wanted to make we are to look like rebel. So the same way they did Charles Taylor business, suppressing, they all kinds of things, made Charles Taylor to look like dictator and say, I will fight back. No. We are saying, I'm not used to fighting back. Since I know that you have decided to manipulate all the system around me, the security and the National Elections Commission, everyone else have been manipulated. You think I will fight back in that manner? Because fighting back means these international evildoers who benefit at the behest of conflict, what they were now thinking is that if we have retaliated and challenged this election result, the warmongers who were now making war statements that went uncondemned by the West, They were now going to actualize their war activities. But we are saying, I will not do that. I will not give play to that. I'll take myself off and let it be. Today, there is peace we are enjoying. So for any rebel activity to happen in this country, it will not be on a we are watch. It will be on a Bwaga watch. Simple. That on a Bwaga watch, because you can hear Prince Johnson and talking. These are rebel people. Prince Johnson is a rebel. He's not a good pastor now. So if he would be a rebel leader and saying that they will close down radio stations, he's still sounding in a manner. They will shut down radio stations. They will do XYZ. Then that the place now we're getting now, and let us get there. Let us get there. This is our country, people. So if you want to threaten your fellow Liberians, if you feel injured by anybody's conduct, the code of law is there. Nobody stops anybody from going to court. President Weah was insulted. Yeke insulted people. No people then chose not to carry Yeke to hospital. It doesn't mean that because the people don't want to take the law. When you don't want to take the law, it doesn't mean that the country is law. It's just that the only time you can say the country is lawless is if you were to take the law and went to court. And then when they told the man, say the man not cause anybody, man, go on outside and you say the country is lawless. But nobody has tested it. So if Abraham Will says something here about you that you don't like, take it to court. They go test the system and see whether the law will not. But when you say lawless, you haven't tested the law, then you say the country is lawless. Where is the country lawless? Say, oh, by you not testing the law, it makes the country lawless? No. Go and test the law. Anything that comes from the law, that what will determine whether the country is lawless or lawful. So where are you people going now? So Prince Johnson and you'll be telling people, Joseph Bogan, and now you know about lawless. Oh, God. You know, you're still dreaming in your early time. Where you have on here and those police there, you're higher, they were rebel. Today, where we are now, just say that you don't know how to maintain a peace in this country. Why you have damage in this country for you to rebuild it? Do you know to destroy is very easy, but to build is difficult? You have damaged, you have desecrated moral sanctity in this country. You have destroyed every fabric of the society. Children insulting. Even I have received the largest of insult from people all over because the Unity Party camp, they can insult anybody. Your people, they have insulted me, until my own family, thank God they are by my side and they love me and they know that I just appreciate my family. They don't have time. We are moving over our lives because they know that the kind of society that Joseph Boakai is bringing. They don't have time. I have got and if I wanted to retaliate, to really cost back, that cost now you're gonna be costing me. If I really want cost back, you think that you will cost back? The person I will go to cost me. I'm feeling opening my mouth and pressing there. You will cry. You know my mouth already. I'm not costing you can be hurting you. Just by me talking like that, you can pee you. They answer about opening my mouth for truth and go inside and come outside. They tell you say I coming cost. You know what thing you know what now gun you will take to come put to my throat. I'm not costing you. All my thing I be talking on the radio, I can't cause it can be pinning you like that. Then one more about I jump in your craziness and say I want to be crazy like the way you're crazy. The whole country, you're really able what you're doing. Do you really know what it is, amen? You don't even know it. The thing you not create, the thing you have destroyed, take your time to build it back. You must come with open apology. Boakai must come and openly apologize to the Liberian people and say, I am sorry to the religious community. I'm sorry to the civil society. I'm sorry to you Liberians for the form and manner in which we proceeded in treating this country. Going forward, I will distance myself from anybody who used to insult. I will distance myself from them. I'm very sorry. I'm now president for all. Let us be team. A Bwagana say routine and you think you can sit down in office by not apologizing. And our apology is conditional. It's other people accept it or they reject it. You know, when you run an apology to people, it's either they accept it or they reject it. But just make that apology. Make that national apology. Now that Prince Johnson is still misbehaving. Acting like the rebel. The same thing that what they call the state doing it. That thing that kind of thing you will come here with. Your thing will be all scared in this country. How you acting like that country that's something that you can grab and put in your pocket and pass around with you and just threaten people with it? How you acting like that? How? Why y'all be behaving like that all the time? You're feeling when you honestly get sense to really start thinking that this country now is now time to govern? You say issuing threats? I beg you, yeah. and you say you can curse? And me, I don't get time for your cause then. All your thing you've been talking about me, I don't get time. Because you know what? Every time you're cursing me, or what they call it, you're making me popular. I told you my followership on my original page. It was about I think 9,000 or something thousand. I think 10,000 or 9,000. Now my followership has gone to 21,000. Now I'm hitting. I will be going to 30,000 because I will keep making you there so that you will be there doing it. Then all the people you say, let's go see the AB man. Let's go see they will follow me. All your people that will follow me, I will go up. And you know one thing, when they come, they don't see bad thing about me because I'm not insulting anybody. What I'm saying here is the truth because I know a lot of people are listening to me. So we will see. We shall see. You think you can control routine? Eh? Me, I don't tell anybody to go curse. So my statement tonight does not tell anybody go and curse because I believe that I'm decent. I can't tell my child say go curse. I would never tell my family say you go curse that man. In fact, when children are even doing nothing, I don't want to be telling you lead the old man. Let's focus more on development. I can be saying it, but do I control everybody? No, I don't. So. Latin in America there, he say, why they call you having meeting with people? How meetings? How many meetings have not been held in United? In fact, anyhow, the most high profile meetings ever. What did happen? What did change? Or we are from nowhere. You claim he's nobody. Look at him. Have any of you gone to the 14 military hospital? That one part now, Arab people build it because you always say Dubai Sunday. The Chinese, at least they built a Jackson F. Doe hospital. The Arab people, they built hospital here. George Weah built 14 military hospital. What kind of hospital again we can call JFK? Was it built by who? I think or so forth. Now, so let's see now which one of the countries that really love us so much that will build something that we can call say that they didn't want to build a one. Which country? No. All right. So you're gonna have meetings, but while you're having meetings there, there are a lot of you who have been asking me questions, right? About Samuel 12, about the money business. That Samuel 12 said he took the money. I think one Reverend asked me the question. He said, you think it was right for Samuel 12 to have taken the people money from them knowing that they were not willing to give them the contract? But Samuel 12 was able to reply and tell it clearly about that sanction thing. Then I will come to the sanction where their own American men. I come in to read that thing now. I come in, and let me put it on the screen so that you will see it because you're here. What they call it? They are own American men who running for president. He finished hearing about the crazy sanction that they passing all around with. The men who want to be president, the men say we are very evil people. We are suffering these African countries and forcing their hands into agreeing with us. Forcing their hands, tying their hands. Then we say they must respect us. If you instill fear in your child, and the child submits to you, that's not out of respect. That's out of fear. These people want us to be in this country in fear. They want our government officials to live in fear. America does not want respect from you. They want you to be afraid of them, to fear them. They instill fear in you. Respect is earned. That's what this man is saying. And the guy said it clearly. And let me try to share with you guys so that you can see it. And then we know where we are getting. I will share it with you. Let me see here. All right. Good. That I will read what he said. I will read it to you. That in there. You look at your face there, good, right? That they are own men there. That they are own men down there. So. That they are own men down there. So you look at him right there. I'm about to read for you what a guy said today on his page. He's running to become president of the United States of America. He says something about the sanctions all over the place. Another white man talking it. That me, oh. We're sitting here saying it. You know what I said? Look, I don't do things for anybody. If you check my records, check it good. President Weah and myself don't communicate. Toy, no. All the people that you hear about sanction, and you hear about nuclear reason, and join us again. Because I don't have to get relationship with these people before I start. It could be me tomorrow. The same thing they're doing to them today. Tomorrow, God will bless me and will be in the same position the people they're in. Why if they bring that same thing to me? That the thing I can be thinking about, I can be thinking, no, I can be selfless and look into the future. The thing that happening to them today, tomorrow you will sit down in that same position and they will do the same nonsense to you. And that their own man, 12 said it. 12 said the first 7 million they sent, it was to be paid back if the deal does not work. The next 30 million that we're talking about is also signed. 12 said the documents are there. He said it is there. That 30 million that they took, if the deal did not work, it was going to be repaid. They were going to give it back to them. What a big deal about that. Is that corruption? Is that bribe? Okay, say it is bribe. Why the HPS group that brought a bribe and they passing around way, why they don't sanction them? But they still protecting their interest. And how kind of team we can listen to in this country? But let me tell you about what their own man said about them. You're about to get it. Right? So that is what you said here. Okay? So his name is Roland Roberts for president, right? I will explain it to you what he said. I will take my own time. Then we'll be able to get on, right? His caption is U.S. sanctions and American corruption. You know, every time they reading their press statement, they say, do, you know, they can be saying it, but they can't say it strong. You know, say, do, you know, corruption everywhere in America is about what happened. The men say, forget about it. We have been corrupt in our own country and nothing can happen, especially when we are calling up each other. Nothing can happen. He has said it. He said it. He said it too. So there is it. Now look at this. This is December 18. Today is December 18, 2023. I want you to look at this and then you see it for yourself. So this is what it says here. It says, America's systematic, institutional abusive corruption. That's why that the man I wrote it, not me. That white man, the American man, not all of them evil. The man said America's systematic. That means it is systemic. The same way I say corruption is systemic in this country. That's the thing you're talking about. So he said America's systematic institutional. You know, for it to be institutional, meaning plenty of people involved in it. You know, institutional corruption. It's not that one person get corrupt. Everyone else get together, they get together, they get corrupt all over the place. Such as the lobbying firm there. They can't take money from Liberia, give it to some of the lawmakers. They get their own share. Then they get ready to go to give money to people in State Department. People who get their own share say, we'll push it. Or because the money you're getting from Liberia for people to be playing on the sanction. That kind of institutional corruption. Where people collect money, give it to other people give it to other people, other people give it to other people, just to affect the common people. Now, what they call institutional corruption. Not one person. So if you come in Freedom FM here and you say institutional corruption, you'll see that everyone is involved. Strategic people who are maybe handlers of whatever resources, they are all involved. That's what they call institutional corruption, meaning that the entire institution is corrupt. So the guy said, America's systematic institutional abusive corruption, meaning the amount of corruption and their corruption is abusive. They can abuse it. Yeah, this country is interesting. Abusive corruption continues this time with the targeting of struggling African nation of Liberia. Amen. They say we are struggling, and their institutional last corruption. That's according to him. Their institutional last corruption is now targeting struggling country like this suffering. You know, when you're suffering, when anybody pressure you any kind of way, you can just submit because Liberians are suffering. Do you know how many of you Liberians are sitting down because you're suffering? You pull the hair, you say that, hey, be careful, you will not go to America. Your brother then are in America, are they enjoying? Before you tell me, say, you did that. Yo, what kind of country is this? Struggling nation like this. They just get ready, take huge money from us. We are struggling. They're getting millions through lobbying firm, and they are sharing it with people on the capital. Then they are taking that money, they're using it to suppress people here and say they're fighting corruption. Then we Liberians sitting and celebrating it and say they're fighting corruption. It's not for your shoe here. Did they hunt anybody related to it at the time? You will know the kind of pity, and it's very terrible. Thank God it's not coming from us anymore. It is now outside, and their own people saying it now. So he continues and says, just last week, the United States sanctioned several Liberian officials, one of whom was Liberia's finance minister, Samuel Toy. Amen. This man under corruption, it just failed the whole world off. Even you want to sanction people, you've been chunking on people. Samuel Toy, oh, what the thing you call bribery? Is that what you call bribery? Is that sound? The man continues and says, he says here, the sanctions against the individuals include a lifetime ban for them and all their family members. And you see there, of traveling to the United States, and a lifetime ban on using the U.S. global financial banking system. Why are you doing that to them? But listen, he continues. He said, what corruption did they commit? That's the question he asks. What corruption did they commit so heinous, worthy of destroying their lives? There's human rights. I told you, I said, when it comes to human rights violation, you have destroyed their lives. Because in Liberia, anywhere the poor people call them rogues, they have no, like our April when you're here, if a journalist came up and then told me, say, XYZ, AB, you want and rape, that's damaging my reputation. I should have a recourse and I can sue you for damages. What way you get to carry America and finish spoiling your name in this country? Look at the kind of country that we are in that you're doing this. This is human rights violation. I said it the last time. I said it, but people didn't get it. They said, what? Destroying their lives and that of their families. It's not a job of you not telling them to go to America, but you damage their reputation over the period. What a corruption. No sense inside. You say it's not judicial process. You say it does not call for investigation. You say there's no case file. So how did you build up this if there's no case file? Destroy them. I'm not the one that said it. This is one of their own saying this. Right? He said the Liberian finance minister favored the Liberian economy. The man did well in the Liberian economy. The man championed Liberia passing the scorecard. The scorecard that indeed your Secretary of State Blinken is chair of the board. They approved that indeed this man championed everything and did that. Yet because of your wickedness, you decided to sanction him. You seen it? You see here? He said, champion the economy, right? Right, favored the Liberian economy. ArcelorMittal Limited for a national contract over an American company. You seen it? High power exploration, HPX, and prevented HPX from using the rail in Liberia to move their product to Guinea. So because Liberia finance minister favored a Liberian enterprise over a foreign enterprise, we must ruin their lives and make an example out of them for future governments to do what we say. That means future government to do what we say. And now you are getting the point, right? The man is saying that ArcelorMittal is a Liberian enterprise because you know why? We have reached an agreement with Liberia, and ArcelorMittal is already domiciled here, domesticated here. Now, a foreign-owned American company comes. He said it's because the Liberian finance minister controlling the Liberian economy, knowing the effort and the kind of economic boost that ArcelorMittal has vested with a contract. So you pressure this man into sanction so that the next government that coming will do what you want. You see some of the problems? I was just saying it. That the man said it now. He said you do it so that the next government will be scared and they will do what you want. That is not fair. Now the America there. Now the ego then there. Huh? So ego there. So ego then eat chicken? No, they say that the hawk can eat chicken. So let's leave that one there. He said, is that why you want? He said, we must ruin their lives and make an example out of them for future governments to do what we say, a war contrast to whom we say. That's what America wanted. Do what we say, a war contract to who is Can you imagine that? The man is saying as that, and bow to the whims and wishes of the foreign power, whether it is in your nation's best interest or not. So whether it's in Liberia interest or not, we will bow down to them. That their own presidential candidate saying they want you so. And that means saying it. That their own presidential candidate saying it, he said, must we do that to ruin these people repetition? Damage them so that we make example out of them and tell the UP government, say, hey, you see how we did put it? You'll try to will sanction all your put it. Then when you get ready, you'll give all the, then they just give it to them. They can't sit down here. Is that the kind of life you want? When people live in fear, not out of respect for you, but out of fear. You subject them to fear so that they will submit to you. That's why the other women say, sound man, who understands God is on his side. He understands it. And this is the point. You're reading him? There's it. Man, I don't care about how anybody feels. Not me saying it this time. It's one of them. And then he said, while the message was sent, I can assure you it was not well received by Liberians in or out of Liberia. He said that message that your American people you're sent, it was not received well. So I listened to the Charge affair. She was there saying, send the San Joaquin Liberians are responding. Who told you Liberians are responding positively? Who told you that? Even people within the opposition, someone else say, no, they won't buy it. Not fair. They think it will haunt us tomorrow. You think they are happy with what you guys have done? You think they are happy with it? Thank God and let it be entering people's pockets. Because when you enter in their pockets and you make friends with them, you can compromise yourself sometimes. And that's where I get to know these things. I think I get time for human being and can't sit down here, can be passing around. Then he said this. Listen to this. This is what he said. He said, my office was contacted by angry Liberians, Americans that hold dual citizenship, ready to renounce their high-end U.S. citizenship over the blatant corruption and greed displayed by these unwarranted sanctions. He said there were Liberians in America, Liberians who get dual citizenship. They came to my office. They say, we don't want to be Liberian, we don't want to be American citizens anymore. Because the corruption your people that on here, we can't be paying our taxes here as citizens. Then you're using it against our own people and lying on them, placing sanction on them. They said Liberians went to his office. And I look forward to seeing a moment when Liberians will rise up in the United States of America, holding in their hand placards and say enough is enough. We're paying taxes here. Whatever you will do, these are Liberians. Whatever it is that you have against them, let us know about it. We will support you. We know that our country has not been okay, but it shouldn't be to your own benefit. We know how many corrupt people are being in our country that you support them, you hosting some of them here. You are wanting and dining with them because they are in your interest. The day it has to do with your personal interest, then they are good. But when they go against your interest, then they are bad. Liberians are standing up. That's what the man said. He said they came to my office. They came with American citizenship. And so they said, we are prepared to renounce ourselves. And say, we don't want your citizenship anymore because it's too much. This is where America is reaching now. I don't know how they feel about that. Then you say they are accepting it. You are getting unpopular. You think everyone will just like it like that? Okay, the batch of seditions or people from the WIA, because all your sanctions targeted people closely related to WIA. Even the Prince Johnson, they vanish them on them. All your sanctions, there's a government that did more for Liberia than your 12 years government, but received the highest number of sanctions. You think Liberians will appreciate that? Then you say you're getting, Liberians are appreciating our effort. What kind of effort you doing that they're appreciating? From where? How? Why would they be appreciating you? On what purpose? So he continued and said, as I have said before, in today's world, sanctions are not an effective tool. The US dollar does not have the power it once had. And the growth and independence of other currencies and alliances, BRICS, further demean and erode the effectiveness of sanctions. It simply drives businesses, finance, trade, goodwill, and social capital away from the United States. There is no perfect country. The man said that. Clearly, he said it. He said there is no perfect country. There is no country where corruption does not exist. What makes America different is that she's the world leader and has been held up as global standard, the Christian nation, the beacon of hope, and a better tomorrow for the rest of the world. But American corruption is no longer a single random act. Rather, it is an ingrained into administrative state protocol as a matter of standard procedure. That means American corruption has now entered the system. It's no longer a country that people used to respect in high esteem. It has now entered what he describes as what? He said it is now ingrained into an administrative state's protocol. That means that the protocol, that the kind of protocol you must follow now, because that's the only way you can surpass. You must be corrupt through the system. That's the only way it works. That one of their own here talking. How many talking it? He said, as president, I will favor spending American taxpayer dollar with American companies over foreign companies. Listen to this. I will favor investing in U.S. enterprises with all of the things equal. I expect every president of every nation to act in their country's best interest and firmly believe it is evil to accept another country against its interest. He said that is doing wrong by the people. America has grown accustomed to our own leaders not acting in the best interest of our citizens. That it seems insignificant to require other national leaders to do the same. The difference there are more honest about the corruption than America is. Ours is the worst kind. Their own corruption, he says, is the worst kind of corruption. He said, ours is the worst kind. Ours is a self-righteous corruption. You know what they call self-righteous corruption? Hey, man. He said this, and this is a commitment he made. He said, I will end American corruption every place I find it as president. Many of the sanctions we have currently imposed, I will immediately lift from individuals and nations around the world as president. He said some of these sanctions, and most of these, he said several, he said many, right? He didn't say, oh, he said many. That means some of them, yes, and you can see that, right? He said we must start doing the right as a nation. We have committed some of the greatest crimes against humanity and acts of corruption in the name of world order, control, and dominance this world has ever known. The wielding of power and thinking is antiquated, and ineffective. And the United States needs a president and a leadership that understands this. We do not need arrogant, cocky politicians showing how tough they are when they are too old to tie their own shoes and fasten their own diaper. They want a Joseph Walker and Joe Biden business you're talking about now. He said we don't need. Is that we need strong, humble, wise, gracious leader made of steel that governed in the fear of God in the best interest of the people and the nation he's giving us authority over. That's why he posted on the page. There's the man. Let me come back to him. There is him. I remember the years old. Roland Roberts. Yes, he's on. I won't be telling you somebody eating me what they're going. Now, where we are getting. But me, I don't get time for somebody eating and be talking to you. And you know, for every time I say these things, and we will get there someday, somehow. You're not hearing it from me tonight. Who are you hearing it from? An American. Huh? And are you know where you're hearing it from? This is where we are. Anyway, we are getting there. Let's get to the lines. Interact with you quickly. We have limited time and we'll be out of here. 0776 Crown Stopper is proud to be associated with the show. And so we are right here tonight on this very day. All right. So let's get there. And this is quite an important moment for all of us. And we are certainly getting there. Let's get to the lines. Interact with our callers right here on this day with these numbers right here with us. And we can go. Wow, let me get this guy on. Okay, here he goes. Oh, where are my guys? Some of them vibrating. Okay, yeah, and some of them doing other things. We're about to fix something up here. Hello, how you doing? Yeah, go ahead. How you doing? Go ahead.
I'm okay. I'm calling from Dwazon.
Yeah, Dwazon, go ahead. Let's listen to your name, please.
This is Kofachi. I'd like to thank you for the analysis you've been given from the onset of the election, even up to now. Just yesterday, I've been listening to you just yesterday, and even last week, the same thing you were talking about, this sanction, they said that the way it is, that just how that presidential candidate in America, that's just what he said. It's just like you really were really listening or somewhere else. But I think that God put it in your heart to tell the Liberian people that this sanction is unjustifiable. This sanction is targeting and putting fear in Liberian people and even the very Joseph Biden government so that it can become a warning to all. Liberians need to stand up against this imperial system that American people are being putting out against Liberians. And they must do it. They shouldn't just take all of those in the opposition that are trying to heal that kind of sanction. It's very evil, and thank God, just that you have said last week that this is not correct. It's just what that particular presidential candidate has said. So I'd like to thank God for you. We're praying for you, and let every Liberian rise up, and this one will be anything better than what they have been given to us. Look at the kind of money they take from this country through lobbyistic activities. Unity Party government giving them 150 million during their time, just for them. Because look at Ramos Selly, how he broke down the local. They never put sanction on him. All the other people that in Unity Party government that corrupted. Amara Connor now is right down there. 13 million during the Ebola summit. They never put sanction on him. Giving them money. We will not give them $5. Let them come and put a whole Liberian sanction. Will remain like this, and God will be with us. Thank you very much.
Thanks, boss, for your contribution. We appreciate that. Hello, how you doing?
Yeah, how you doing?
Yeah, fine.
Yeah, this is Alex Mo.
Okay. Okay, go on from Kakata. Go ahead. Let's listen to you, Chief.
Yeah, it is the life. You are a reality teacher. Educate us more and more. From the beginning of the election up to now, you stay educated. We highly appreciate it. Because the sanction is not really a sanction. It's just a hatred for a group of people deciding to just get rid of them. But thank you for the education.
Okay. Thank you, Chief, for your contribution. We appreciate that. And Senator Johnson, you can just watch out on your WhatsApp. I'll send you the information from there, Senator Prince Johnson. And I just sent you on your WhatsApp. Just check there, you will get it. Hello, how you doing? Yeah.
That is the first part I'm so calling from Buchanan City.
Yeah, Buchanan City. Let's hear from you. Jagotan, let's hear from you, boss.
Yeah, thank you for the one thing for this evening, education for this evening. They pay me a lot if you see those things, they are almost sharing tears in my room. They may not be well for us in our country. They will not put us for them. We're not going nowhere in the country. Well, I pray that Jesus should do everything we're going to do, else you'll feel the latter project in our country. Even if they call me several months left for this country, I will do that, sir. So
thanks for your contribution. I appreciate that. Let me get on to the next caller right here. All right, so let me get on to her quickly, and this is where we are. Hello, how you doing?
Hello, Eddie.
Yeah, hello, mommy. Let's hear from you quickly.
How are you, Mom? Rita, the president's friend.
Go ahead, Mom.
Yeah, Eddie, I called to really tell you thank you for helping our people. Even though we remain silent for now, but we tell you thank you for your hard work. Maybe our problem in this country is America. But America not in your favor sometimes, that's how they behave. America is our problem. The suffering that we're going through in this country is America. People can be America, they organize war to can't kill us. America can heal them. People can be in America to so many things or in a country. America will never. But when you supplying every money, they're not surviving on you. They will start out with our strategy to protect our people. Even though they will not say the government trying, but when you're not giving them anything, they will put tension on our country. That is the problem. messing with America. But one day, America disagrees with. Thank you.
Thanks, Marita Do, for your contribution. We appreciate your comments. Liberians are speaking. And so let me get on to the next caller here. Hello, how are you doing?
Hello, Eddie.
Yeah, hello, how are you doing?
I'm calling from the camp.
Yeah, Kpale, let's hear from you quickly, please.
Yeah, Eddie, you see, let me tell you that everybody been saying that, America is our problem for the day some of us were born. But that recent time we're getting to know some of us realize America is our problem. Yeah. Just what you stated. Look at America. How will you put sanction on people? What the relative have to do with it, the people, the children have to do with it. So it's just to suppress their leadership so that again they would work and look at it bad, so that the other people can be able to favor them and be able to work at their will at the detriment of the Liberian people. You understand? So thank you very much. God will bless you for these things. So God will very bless you. But I would love for you to do me a favor. I got a God that called Martin Talent. He's always requesting for my original dual number and that of
Tally. Okay. All right, we'll check it out.
Thank you.
All right. Yeah. Okay. Go on. Hello.
Hello.
Yeah. Hello. Please go on, ma'am.
Yeah, Eddie, that Margaret was calling from New Jersey.
Yeah, ma'am. Go on. Let's listen to you, please.
How are you, my son?
I'm fine.
Thank you for your education. Eddie, I'm in my room crying. But America will pay for every other thing they are doing to Liberia. But America will pay for it. Let God bless you. Keep educating us. Keep educating us so we can deviate from behind you. We want to be part and parcel of you. Thank you very much.
All right, mommy. Thank you. Thank you so much, mom. All right. So let's get on to the next caller here, right here on this die. And we are certainly getting there, and we'll get there no matter what it is. We are certainly getting there. Let's get on to our WhatsApp lines as well as we are here tonight together. All right, this caller will do. Let me get on to this caller quickly. All right, hello, how are you doing?
Yeah, how you doing, my brother?
Yeah, I'm fine. Please go on. Let's listen to you.
Yeah, my name is Charles B. Doe, and I call from Michigan.
Yeah, Charles, go on. Let's listen to you, please. Yeah.
Thank you for the education, my man. You are doing a very good job. And then you got my support. I believe that you get all of our support based in the United States.
Okay.
I want to say this, Abby. There was an incident that happened in here.
Charles? Wow. Sorry. Hey, that's the Charles. Anyway, we'll get there, Charles. Let me get on. Charles, I will get you back on. Sorry. Yellow, how you doing?
Hello, Ebi.
Yellow, man, please go on quickly, my Elena.
Yeah, Ebi, thank you, Papa. As I said, every time, let God be with you and bless you. Because you can make us to understand this. And before those things can be made us to understand it, you can say the truth. You can say the truth. The same thing you were talking last week that it ain't talking. The man who want protest, who want to do the presidential here. Yeah, who protesting? Yeah, that is same thing you talking. Man, who you just give credit, the finance minister, then you take it around. Then you say bad thing because you don't receive him back from that man. What am I going to do it for? All the things you said, what are they talking? That if they don't win, America, Liberia will do they want. They will do they want. All kinds of things. That Prince Johnson here say you want a close radio station and all down. They will not say anything because they're in favor of them. You hear what I mean say? That man, he gets sense. And one day they will come to themselves. So those that been laughing at the finance minister and thing, they will feel it one day, it will be in their shoes one day. They'll be thanking for everything. Okay, just put things in your mouth. This is my recording from St. Paul's speech. Thank you.
Thank you so much. And there is a right here on this very diet. And so we are grateful to the Almighty God that God has brought us this far to do what we think we can do for our country. This is all we've got. We're going to jealously protect this country. Hello, how are you doing? Hello, how are you doing? Yeah, hello, how are you doing?
Thank you. Thank you so much. get my calling. The city last passport and I joined somewhere from Morocco.
Okay.
Or maybe some of the things the American people doing. I wonder who you want to ask him. Yes. Maybe you are in this country when one jaguar cranking in the country, he looked at our country resources, the dam and the gold, and later on, it changed him because the way in which he was getting rich. The American changed him about different men, and I know that he's educated. You were here when Chancellor went during the Dole regime. He said Chancellor approaching. He came back to Nigeria and would kill each other in his country. Madam Sally is that the country was the one trying to get $10,000 for humanitarian during the war. We don't know where Madam Sally took that money from. Today, when people sell Madam Sally, the government of the country for 12 good years. And I also made my research in Nigeria. The Chinese, you can put up buildings in this country that Chinese are constructing. But I want to know, maybe, for me, I can't see that, but I want maybe someone to tell me, say, this building was constructed by the Americans. No, America is here to bring confusions in country and in country and steal the resources and bring confusion among yourself. You see America, you said Libya, Gaddafi, or doing the bad thing, get that, the way, there's no confusion in here, they kill the whole president. They won't make Africa to, they don't use one currency. Came down to that man and until the citizen killed the man. The way Iraq, that the weapon is there, that the Iraqi force take it and carry it home. The way Iraq, they come in that whole country, they stole the people off. Nobody put it there. So they don't say so. They stole the people off and they are saying that what they wanted, they will be on all supplier. Nobody is getting there. But you see what people who say to where all the government pass in the Medina Challenge Kuta. Corruption, no or not, they can't really say they have this issue because of corruption. It's so unfortunate for them to be contradicting themselves. But I want to tell all the period, let us be focused. Let us put the issues are going opposition few weeks from now. Let us focus as we make the analysis in 2017.
Okay.
President William Trump, Joseph Mabuaka will set the block and he has a result the point. And for the people who will imagine, the means that we are strong. There's a principle that President we are.
Okay.
So let us go in our process, we shouldn't get divided. Let us focus and make sure and come back to the 29 and re-11.
Thank you, my brother. Thank you. How are you doing? Hello, how you doing? And this is it right here. Hello, how you doing? Hello? Okay, this caller. Sorry. So let me get on to this one quickly. Just a minute for each because I'm charging the WhatsApp line. You're sorry. And for the WhatsApp, hello, how you doing?
Heavy, how you doing?
Yeah, fine. Please go on quickly.
Thank you. This is Pascal Davis from District 6. And let me say thanks for the show, Chief. Like the one of the callers said, I think it's important that the sanction, all of us, I guess that these sanctions are becoming too personal and targeted. And so we're willing that all of us, because if America is very honest and sincere in fighting corruption, I'm told that Mr. Samukal is in the U.S. This was a man who, the co-founding guilty for corruption. We all know the story. If he legitimately, he was denied his seat on grounds that he stole the soldiers' money for a citizen. We all know how the Americans respect their soldiers. So, in our own country, the law said the man was corrupt. I mean, today some guy is in the U.S. Why is it that American government is that you helping us? To say because you were funding corruption web, you wouldn't have access to Liberia. Is it because they're dancing to their music? We got to be honest. You know, it reminds me of how the Americans normally will come. You know, sometimes the white guys will come in the country, they will take photos of people and they carry back home and they use these photos to make treatment. That's how they've been involved with this kind of thing in the country. So we're not deterred by I mean, how many sanctions? I mean, want to ask the question. You're a journalist, Evie. Tell the Liberian people of all these sanctions that America has been able to place on all official government agencies like Liberia, how many of them have been persecuted? How many of these countries have taken to? Because you must provide evidence. Is it based on accusation? You just wake up money, you say the man is one of corruption, and you want us to persecute. We're going to persecute somebody. Is that like you carry the man to court to say, oh, the American people say the man so breathe, you check it? We got to be honest here. It's just because of the almighty green card that one of your speakers, or one of our speakers always said. It's just because of the almighty green card. Everybody will not live in America. Why should we want to go there? But we should not go there because we should be suppressed. We should not go there because we feel it is a life-changing country. No, people can remain in the country and become better. It is this suppression that is done to our world the years. That's why we are the way that we are. If America is boasting of Liberia being her son or daughter, whatever, why are we not developed as half of America? Why are we not made progress, for example? I mean, we need to think about it. We need to think. Somebody say, Uncle Sam has spoken. But what have Uncle Sam done for us? We conclude here every day that JFK is back of this and there's no role in the country and America has billions of dollars. Why are they not investing in the country they claim to love? Why are they not doing what is needful? It's sad that you wake up with money, or nuclear sanction, the other man sanction, just sanction the president. Then we will know that you guys are really serious and really after. I mean, okay. So we gotta be honest.
All right, Pastor. Thanks, Pastor. And for those of you in the diaspora, I'm struggling to get your line on, and I hope it works. Sorry, it's not intentional. It's just preparation. Yeah, how you doing? Yeah.
I'm Evan Yumai. I'm calling for Crystal Police.
Okay.
The issue of America is just that America is a problem in the world where I'm noticing it. They do the thing and people heal them for doing the wrong things. You see, when America attacked Iraq, people will say, yeah, the Iraqis, they were ready. You know, even the war that is being fought in Ukraine, I can listen to some Liberians backing America. It is America that causing the problem in Ukraine and even trying to instigate the same thing in between Taiwan and China. And the war that was fought in Liberia, it was America. So our problems are in the world. Anywhere you see war, America is behind. Anywhere. So to tell you that they are not in the interest, especially of the blacks. They still putting all things that will cause honor for the blacks to kill the blacks, the conspiracy theory that they have. I see, for me, I've really followed two religious leaders. That Joseph Mapunga of Zimbabwe, who lived in South Africa for very long time, he talk about these things. Even the religion they brought to us, there was a stolen religion. The religion that was stolen from Africa, and they carried it, manipulated it to bring it back to control us, to make us such today. Yeah, I told this one of my friends he's in Barclay from here who doing the DVD. He got asked me, I get way for you. I said, no, how for that thing? He said, I'm shocked. I said, yeah, you gotta be shocked because you go Canada, America, you have to get America to be good or country. It's not good. America is not good. Listen to 1974 Thomas address to the UN. You will know that Thomas have good intention for the country. But people made Liberia to Kyoto and they were dancing. Liberia were dancing, they don't want to go for you. So John, we are here and changing things is being our favor. They're talking from there about bringing people that will get to their too.
All right, thank you. So we can hold you at that. And the WhatsApp line, I'm trying to activate it for those of you in the diaspora. Sorry about that. And we are certainly getting there. And I'm trying my best. And so I will try my best to get it done. And hello, how you doing? Daddy Gibson? Yeah, I think I did send you the.
Hello.
Hello, go ahead quickly.
Okay, thank you for having me on the show. My name is Dennis Smith. I come from Portland, the Bishop District. I want to say thank you very much for opening the minds of Liberians to know what's been happening. And as for me, from what's going on, I strongly believe that President because it really sense what is going on. You understand that America that we believe in, America have been plotting in our nation. Even the country, the president that we've been having and had the minds to together the country, they went against the President Obama. They were the cause of President Obama death. They were the cause of President Do death. They were the cause of chattel living from here. And today again, they use other people to bring the president down. So I thank God this happened, and we will see and we will know. And this is the warning to the incoming government too. Maybe they receive fish, but this is the warning to them. Hello?
Yeah, go on. Let's listen to you.
Yeah. And this is a warning to the incoming president. Because if they can do it and they're sitting down there rejoicing, there's a possibility that when American interest is not met in our government, the same thing will come. So I think that it's a time for us to put our politics aside and stand out the nation and say the right thing in the face of America. So thank you very much.
Thanks, boss. Thanks, boss, for your contribution. We appreciate that. El, what are you doing? Yeah, go on.
Well, this is Don Thompson, and I'm calling you from my residence here in Bannersville.
Okay.
Thank you very much for the topics on the discussion. If you look at the Great United States of America, they have been our fighter for time to time.
Mm-hmm.
But this time around, they have very demonstrated to the Liberian that they are selling their own children to the public. Like business nations or Liberian, that's our world within the international community. As far as we're concerned, that most of the atrocities that are being committed in our country today, America is one of the great beyond those things. If you look at the history of Tattoo was beyond bars in the United States. They said the man broke deal. Is that the U.S. deal somebody can get break easily than that? So can you imagine the amount of the tens of thousands of innocent citizens that lives that were claimed during the titles of our insurgencies in Liberia today? Can you imagine? So today it's becoming also see that they were trying to put their lives back together. And then they coming in with such harsh sanctions of peaceful citizens, on Liberians. That is a great demonstration that actually America is not in the best interest of our country. And there is a time that we as a Liberian have to stand on our feet to call on the warehouse to refrain from such practice. They are our father with great respect for them, but then they shouldn't keep pushing you against the wall. So I think that's what I want to just commend you for your topic on the discussion. But I'm calling on the Liberian to join you in your fight to ensure that the American will see everything to us.
Thank you. Let me get to it quick. I think I have limited time now, and I'll be managing it, especially with the diaspora. Liberians who come in very lately. I just put you guys on the. Yeah, how you doing? Go on quickly.
Thank you, Eddie. This is David King, Purple Defender. Will remain Purple Defender because.
Yeah, please go on for again. No time. Yeah.
Eddie, like my brother Pascal said, there is some guy who were caught in a corruption web. He went to court, he was convicted, and today we cannot see sanction on Samuka. In fact, we heard President Nimane is on record, even Joseph Waka, he's on record for saying if the Unity Party don't win the election, Liberia will end. Making all of these terroristic threats against our country, and we still see the American people passing around here and not putting the people on a sanction. That if you want to test out people for corruption or human rights abuse, you should be realistic in your act or in your action. Okay. But what they are doing is selective. We see it as a witch hunt against the CDC. Okay. They try to weaken us for us to not come back to political power. This is how we see it.
All right. We are thank you, King. We can hold you at that. So sorry to the diaspora callers. I think I'm just trying to entertain you guys. So you guys got to be brief. Yeah, hello, how you doing? Several of you couldn't come through because of the line. Yeah.
Yes, AB, this is Masale, Maryland, USA.
Yeah, Masale, you got to be brief. Go ahead. I'm just trying to screen you guys.
Thank you, AB. You see the problem here? We've been telling people how corrupt America is, and when we talking, they say we are sedition, we are not a minority, that how they can call us. I think they have seen it for themselves today. Somebody is telling them how corrupt this country is. I don't know if you got the other information today, wherein they have indicted Jeremiah Kun, Rabbi Eno, and that of Sir Joseph. Okay. So those people, they know what they are doing. So
you sure? Why they take that one from? I beg you. I can't try that one out. I beg you.
You have to check. They were all on SKTV today. They were all on SKTV.
No, I got to check that one and see where the information will come up. On what basis? I beg you.
Yeah. Check it up today. Check it up. Check it up. You're gonna see it. Check it out. Everybody that listen to SKTV today.
No, we want to see it online, not just by listening. We want to see it online. The source.
Yeah, when you finish, you check online. Finish and check online.
Okay, I will check it, but let me that one. Yeah, let me that one. You took it to that again. What? That one part. Then really, I know what they're going down with it. Yeah, American for the rep. This country. Yeah. Anyway, we get in there. Hello, how you doing? Let me get to this caller quickly. Hello, how you doing? Just a minute each person from diaspora. Yeah.
Yeah, AB, this is William Brock.
Yeah, Brock, go ahead quickly. Just a minute. Yeah.
Thank you. AB, you see, I will always say this. Any country or individual that does not have, for example, self-esteem or having value for themselves, you will not prosper. Because it's like you overlooking yourself that God created, you trying to put your trust in another human being. I always tell people, if you have traveled around Africa, Liberia is the ugliest country in Africa, and Liberia is the most committed country to America. You are friendly with the world greatest country, but you are the least. And then still, you not see reason. You're not reasoning. Let me tell you, if you don't challenge people, they don't value you. And like you're sharing something, you have to challenge. Yeah. They value you. Not that you're challenging them in an evil way, but you got to respectfully distance.
They're being scared of these people that want to put you there like that. When you make somebody to think that you're scared of them, they will always misbehave on you. Tell them, say, I care less about how you feel. But
yeah, baby. That's the problem. Me nothing can help me too much while I'm doing like that.
Okay. Thank you, bro. We owe you that. So let me get on to the next caller quickly. Hello, how you doing? Sorry. Hello, how you doing?
Yeah, AB, how are you, sir?
I'm doing fine, boss. Go on. Let's listen to you.
Okay, Vanny from New York. Thank you. I just wanted to stress 1 or 2 points. One is America. We always talk about the divine rule system.
Yeah.
America is the father of the divine rule system. They benefit when the country is in chaos. They're where they come to do what they got to do. The example is their Mohammed Tumuya guy he overthrew a legitimate government, but they are making business with this man through that HPX company in Guinea. They got no problem with that.
Oh, they not pull out the company here. The company stay there, and the company they sign agreement with.
That's what I'm saying. They are making business with that man on illegitimate government. They are making business with that because they will get more profit from what they're making there now, because they will dictate to him what they want to do. Another thing I want you to check out today. You see the war in Congo that can't finish today? There's a mineral in Congo they call coltan. Coltan, C-O-L-T-A-N. It's the one they use to manufacture foam. It's a foam manufacturer. It's one of the, that's only that country that got a particular mineral. That's why you see that country like that today, because they had to make that country to be unstable so they can get that mineral off for little or nothing to do their manufacturing. And the country is getting poor, people are dying, they don't care. That's America. And we are seeing it today. This is one of the Ghana aspects. Look, the next election, I know this I will not make it to the nomination, but I would rather vote for Donald Trump than Joe Biden. Seriously. This is nonsense. This is nonsense. I think Donald Trump will be better off. You know what kind of thing is this? Thank you.
Thanks, boss, for your contribution. We appreciate that. So let me now go on to the man himself, Roland Roberts II's Twitter page. And so he says this on his Twitter page. I just try to display it so that you'll be able to see that. You can follow him up. I think he's somebody who out for this. And of course, he said new day. And that is why he said on his page. And he says this. And yeah, okay. He says a new day. Same corruption, different names. That's how he describes it. on his page. He said, New Day, sin, corruption, different names. So the same corruption they're doing like in America, when they come to Liberia, then a different name they put to it. He said, they squeeze victim for doing what was in their nation's best interest, but not what we told them to do. He said, this week, Liberia has fallen victim. Liberians have fallen victim to what they were doing in the best interest of their country and said, no, we'll not do what America wants us to do. He says, sin, corruption, different names. That's what he said. He said the United States must start doing right as a nation by our citizens and all people and nations on earth. Systematic institutional corruption is cancerous culture. Cancerous. He says a cancerous culture that will surely end in our demise. That means America will break down by that. It will end in the demise of America. This is a man who's an American citizen, blood American, everything. Listen to him. He said, greed and drunk power have no end but destruction. That's what he's saying. He said, greed and drunk power. That means you are greedy and you're using your power to suppress struggling nation. He said it has always ended in destruction. It is never too late to start doing right. There is a caution that this man sends to America. He may not, any biblical person reading this thing and hearing what I'm reading, it will tell you that this is a sign. This man may not be somebody who will maybe make it up to be president of America, but God is using him to send a message to his own native America. And when he is there, he said what? Greed and drunk power have no end but destruction. That means that destruction, that's the only end it got. And he says what? It is never too late to start doing the right thing. That's his caution to America. You mind this little Liberia, you need doing what you're doing, you may meet your demise. Just by treating this little America, this little Liberia. And besides that, George Weah is not anybody you temper with that you just go free. God has his own way of punishing anybody who did any evil against Weah. Just watch out and see. You may not know it. There is your own. Why you think that man will put a focus on Liberia? You care to ask yourself the question. Any presidential candidate, they will focus on why in their country. They will not think about Liberia. Why is it now? You're thinking about it. And why are you doing quickly?
This press calling for South Korea.
Yeah, go on quickly, please. Just a minute. I don't have time.
Yeah, AB, thank you for the topic on the discussion. AB, you know, AB, I was just saying it to a few friends. I said, Lord, nothing about you. Jefferson Kochi, and the rest of the other associations supposed to stand for themselves. I told them this session is not real. This session is never setting about people. One thing that became national or and think about economy, think about resources, they came to America and benefit themselves and their children and their family. Like I would put some political leaders are doing in Liberia. So you see, let nothing about you, let the people stay. That's why the session there, because they don't want them to go to America to make the case for themselves, so that they will be able to exonerate themselves from this last or alleyway and Christmas and all the rest of the people are implicated in with. So they should stand for themselves. And Liberian people, we should stand for ourselves. Don't let me just tell Liberian people. Let rest business, what America holding on for. Let's get ready to go on cassava, let's eat cassava again. Let's eat plenty, let's eat potato, let's eat those in the world. Let's make a food for ourselves. On a country that Korea when we were suffering, those food that they were eating when they were suffering, they stay eating that food and make it good for themselves and eating it. Let us eat it. That's what we're ready to put rest, stay in our place to get rotting. Let's grow our own food. Let's not depend on them. Because you will be angry with your leader, your minister, they say because they're working, not pay your ministers are giving money, they're not supposed to give money.
Thank you.
You're supposed to do the right thing.
Thank you.
Thank you, Amy. Thank you for having me.
Thanks, boss, for your contribution. We appreciate that. And so, folks, that's all the time we've got tonight. For those of you who try calling but couldn't just go through, I'm deeply sorry about that. My name is Liberian Godson. I'm right here with you tonight. And tomorrow, we're going to be back here with another edition of the show, God willing. Until then, do have a pleasant night. Bye-bye.